Hi there and welcome to this complete Shopify tutorial for beginners. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to build a beautiful looking online store using Shopify. So this video is perfect for you if you want to sell something online and you're just looking for a step-by-step guide on how to build a store from start to finish. And by step, I mean I'm not leaving out any important parts from the point of actually creating your store to the point where you're ready to launch your finished store. Next to actually designing your store, this includes all the small but very important details like shipping information, payment processors, or legal pages. So make sure you watch this video all the way through alongside building your own store so that at the end of watching this video, you'll have a perfectly finished store that's running properly. So with that being said, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so the first step is to go ahead and sign up for a 14-day free trial with Shopify. You'll find a link down below in the description that you can click on that will take you directly to the Shopify site where you can sign up for a 14-day free trial. It is my personal referral link, so that means that if at some point you end up paying for Shopify, I will get a commission. That's basically how I'm able to make these videos for you. So if you want to support me and my channel, you can use that link down below in the description. I'd really appreciate that. And if not, that's okay as well. Just head over to shopify.com and we'll get started that way. Alright, so let's get started. So we are now on the Shopify homepage where we can go ahead and sign up for that 14-day free trial. So just go ahead and click on Start Free Trial right here or on the top right. So when we click on that, we get to the sign up form page of Shopify. And what I usually like to do is just create a separate email address for that new store that I'm building. So just type in your email address, a password, and also your store name. So I'm just going to quickly do that. Alright, so my store will be called Maddox Watches because I'm going to be building a store that sells watches. So once you have filled out everything here, just click on Create Store. And that way they will start building your store. So we have to just wait a minute here to just let this everything set up. Okay, so then they want to know a bit about what we are selling and stuff, but you don't really have to fill this out if you don't want to. I just usually click on skip on the bottom, and because it's really not that important. So just click skip. And then the next step, you have to type in your name and your business address. And if you don't really know what you should fill out here, don't worry, just fill out an address and later on you can change that address anytime. So just fill it out here and then let's move on. Alright, so once you've filled everything out right here, we click on Enter My Store. Alright, perfect. So now we are in the Shopify dashboard of our new online store. And instead of just going through each of these menus on the left side right here, I want to dive right into setting up our store because I think it's really learning by doing. And don't worry, at the end of watching this tutorial and actually setting up your own store, you will be quite familiar with this dashboard. But actually the first thing we're going to do right now is to set up a plan, a Shopify plan, otherwise you won't be able to publish your store. So we're going to click on select the plan right here or on the bottom. And then we get an overview of the different plans that Shopify is offering. So we have the basic plan, the Shopify plan, the advanced plan, and there's also some other plans that you could get. But for 99% of you or even more, the basic Shopify plan will be more than enough to get your store launched. The main difference of these plans is mainly the different different rates that you have to pay for transactions. So at a certain point, it makes sense to actually look into getting a higher tier plan. But for most people, this basic plan will be more than enough. So we're just going to go ahead and choose this plan for now. And you can also decide that you want to pay yearly or monthly or even 2 years or 3 years. I would highly recommend you just go for the 30 days because maybe your store just doesn't work out the way you thought it would, and then you don't want to be locked into a yearly plan. So what I like to do is just go for the 30 days. And then what we have to do is just add a credit card information so that they can bill us after those 14 days of free trial. Just type in your credit card information right here and then let's move on. Okay, then click confirm. Perfect. So now we have set up a credit card as our main payment method. And so we can now click on Start Plan. And also you can see that you won't be charged until the 14 days free trials are run out. So you can still use this platform for free for the first 14 days. So click on Start Plan right here. All right, so now that we have got that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start designing our online store. So we're going to click on Online Store and then click on Themes on the left side. And as you see, there's already a theme installed, which is called Debut. And that's like the standard theme that comes with every new Shopify store. And what I want to do is actually change that theme to another theme that I think looks a lot better. And Shopify comes with a couple of free themes and with paid themes as well. But for the sake of this tutorial, I will just take a look at the free themes to make this applicable for most people, also the ones that don't have a very large budget. So scroll down, go to Theme Library, and then you see Free Themes, and click on Explore Free Themes. There you see the 9 free themes that Shopify gives you for free. So you can go through each of these and see what theme would look best for your specific store that you want to build. What I'm going to choose for this tutorial is just the Brooklyn theme because I think that looks pretty nice. So I'm going to click on that. And for each theme, you also have different styles that you can choose from. So we have the classic style and the playful style for the Brooklyn theme. And I'm just going to go for the classic style. Add that to the theme library. And now it's going to take a moment until this theme is actually added to the library. Okay, so once it's added, what you want to do is go to Actions, and then you want to go to Publish. Again, click on Publish. And that way, it will be replacing the other theme that was pre-installed. So now we're going to go right into adjusting that theme for our specific store. So we're going to click on Customize on the right side. And that will take us into our online store editor right here. So the way Shopify sets up their stores is with different sections. So on the left side, you see all the sections that are set up already for your home page. So you can decide that you want to keep those exactly as it is right now, or you can also add new sections or delete sections. So you see that a couple of sections are already there. So we have the slideshow on the top, then we have kind of a text, the rich text right here, then we have the collection list right here, and the featured collection, and so on. Now, what you can do also is move those sections around. So let's say the newsletter, I want to move that a little bit higher, so I want to move that after the collection list. So I can just click on the 6 dots here and then drag it under the collection list, and it will just be here. But as I don't have like email marketing set up for this store yet, I don't want to collect emails. So let's say I want to delete this newsletter section. So what I'm going to do is click on the 6 dots right here, and then I'm going to click on Remove Section, and just like that, it will be gone. Now, another thing I want to show you is that you can change for between the different pages on the top left. So we are now on the home page right here. And if we're going to go to collection pages, we just choose collection pages, and then we can adjust each of these pages individually. But most of the time, you don't really need to change a lot of these pages because the theme takes care of most of the design work of your online store, which is pretty awesome. You can save a lot of time. You don't need to know any coding right here. So you can go back to the home page, and this is where we're going to adjust most of our design. Also, what I want to click to show you is on the top, you can just choose, you can switch between mobile and also desktop. So most of the traffic nowadays to online stores actually comes from mobile. So we want to make sure that your store looks really nice also on mobile. So make sure that once in a while, just click on mobile and see if this works out for mobile as well. But I like to edit on this desktop right here. So I'm just going to click on that. And let's go ahead and start designing our store. So what we're going to do is go ahead and start with the header right here. So to adjust each section, we just click on this section, and then it will open up a menu on the left side. So the first thing we're going to do is actually change the logo right here. That's like an auto-generated logo from Shopify based on our store name. But I actually created an individual logo just for that store. So I'm going to click on Select Image, and here I can go ahead and upload an image. So now I'm just going to look for where I have stored that logo. Okay, so let's upload this one. And then it changes to this logo right here. So I'm going to click on Select. And now I have inserted that logo. Now that theme in particular, you can have two different kinds of logos. So here I'm gonna add an image in a moment here, and I know that this will look a lot better if this logo will be white in front of that image. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna also upload a transparent logo. So I'm gonna click on select image, upload, and then I'm gonna choose the same logo, but I'm gonna choose it in white. So I'm gonna choose that one, click on select, and now it changed to white. But when I switch from home page to, let's say, collection pages, that logo color will switch to black. So it looks a lot better with a white background in black, but when I have a photo, which you will see in a moment, it looks a lot better when I have it in white. So that's why I uploaded two different logos, the logo one in black and the transparent logo, transparent header in white. Now the next thing I'm gonna change here is the announcement bar up top here. Now you can delete the announcement bar altogether, or you can just change it. You can just change the text up top here. So what I like to do, like if I have like a sale going on, so let's say I have like a sale, flash sale, let's say 30% off all watches today, something like that, and then it will say it on the top here, and people will be able to see it when they visit your homepage. Otherwise, I just like to do free shipping on all orders worldwide, because I'm not gonna charge shipping for this specific store, because it's mostly like items that are like more than $100. Okay, so now we have adjusted the announcement bar. And now I just realized that I don't really like the font of this website. So I want to change that. So let's go back to this view right here. And then I'm going to click on theme settings next to sections. And here I'm going to click on typography. And here I'm going to change all the different fonts. So right now it's this one right here. So I'm going to click on change. And I'm going to choose the Avenir Next font. And I'm going to choose that for everything. For the headings, for the accent text as well, and also for the body text. Again, you don't have to copy exactly what I'm doing. You can just find a good font that works for you. But I think this one looks a lot better right now than the one that we had before. So let's move on actually with our slideshow. So we have adjusted the header for now. Let's move on with the slideshow. So obviously you want to insert some images here to make it look very nice. And you want to have very high quality images, because for the customer, it looks a lot better if you actually have a good looking store. So when we click on the slideshow right here, we can go ahead and insert different slides. I'm just going to delete this one for now. So remove. So we only have one slide. It's a little bit easier to edit. So I'm going to click on slide, and then I'm going to insert an image. And again, I have prepared a couple of images specifically for this store. So I'm going to click there, and I'm going to choose this one right here. And that way it will upload it and put it in our slideshow. And as you see, it already looks a lot better. So I'm click on select. And what I'm going to do is increase the opacity of this image, or of the black image behind the text a little bit, so that the text pops out a little bit more. Now what I want to do is align the text to the right side here. So I'm going to click on text alignment, go to right, because then you can read it a bit better with the black background. And I'm going to change that text to, let's say, heading, let's say something like timeless design. And then I'm going to put as a subheading, let's say, discover our men's collection, something like that. And then I also want to put a button right here that says shop now. So the way the button will show up is when we actually put a link where the button will point to. So I'm gonna put in a button link right here by clicking, and then I'm just gonna choose collections, all collections. So you can change that later. You can like make that button go to only the men's collection, but all collections is fine for now. Now, as you see right now, the button is not very it doesn't really stand out. So you really want to make sure that your buttons really stand out, because eventually you want people to click on those buttons and eventually buy something. So with that color, it doesn't work very well. So what I'm going to do is actually change that color to something that pops a little bit more. So I'm going to change the button color right here, and I'm going to go for like in kind of a bright orange. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So now you can see that button pretty well. So now I'm going to also add another slide. So I'm going to click on Add Slide right here. Again, select an image. And this time I'm going to select something that is more for females. I'm going to select this image right here, click Select. And again, I want to change the text alignment to the right side. And change the text to, again, let's just say it again, Timeless Design. And Discover our women's collection. And again, you want to put in something for the button. So I'm again pointing it to all collections. And again, change the color of the button. So I'm just going to copy the color from the first slide, go to the button color. Then I'm going to copy this code right here, copy. And then I'm just going to go back to the second slide and put that in right here. It's going to paste, and that way the button color should change right now. Okay, perfect. So I think it looks pretty well so far. Next thing we're going to do is you can adjust like the text, so you can talk a little bit about your brand right here. But I don't want to like come up with something right now, so I'm just going to delete this section. So I'm just going to hit the 6 dots and click on Remove Section. Now the next thing is the collection list. And I think for a watch store, it really makes sense to put in like a men's collection and a women's collection. So what I want to do is have like the men's collection here and the women's collection there. So I'm going to click on Select Collection List right here. I'm going to give it a title. So I'm going to say something like find your style. And now I'm going to delete all the other sections except for 2, because I only want to have men's and women's. So I'm going to click on the 6 dots, remove content, remove content, remove content. So I'm left with 2 different collections right here. And obviously we don't have set up any collections so far. So what we want to do is actually set up our collections so that we see something here and people can click on them. So what we're going to do now is click on Save. And then we're going to go back and going to click on this Shopify icon on the top left side. That will take us back to our Shopify dashboard. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work in 2 different browser tabs. So I'm going to keep this dashboard tab open in one tab, and then I'm going to also have this theme editor in another tab. So what I'm going to do is click on, use the right mouse key right click right here, and then click on Open Link in a new tab. And that way we can work on the dashboard and on the theme page at the same time. So again, we want to adjust these collections right now. So we're going to go back to the dashboard, and we're going to click on Products on the left side, and then we're going to click on Collections. And here we already have like one collection set up, which is the homepage, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I'm just going to delete this real quick. So hit the check mark and then click on Delete Selected Collections. Delete. And now I'm going to create a new collection. So let's name this collection Men's. And obviously you can also insert like a description for this specific collection that makes sense for this. But I'm not going to take the time to do that right now. Collection type, I'm just going to add everything manually right here. And then what I'm going to do is also add an image for this collection. So click on Add Image on the right side. Then I also have prepared something here. So this is the men's collection. Open it. And once it's uploaded, click Save. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the women's collection. Okay, go back to Collections, create a new collection. Name this Women's, and I'm going to skip the description again, go to Manual, Collection Type, add an image, and then choose this one. And again, once it's uploaded, I'm going to click Save. And that way we have set up our 2 collections right here. So let's go back to our design editor right now. And make sure it's already, before you reload this page, make sure you save it on the top right. So now it's already saved. So I'm going to click on reload this page. And let's see. Okay, so now it's still nothing there. So what we have to do is we have to assign these collections to the men's and the women's collection that we have just created. So we're going to go to find your style right here. Then we have those two collections. Click on the first one, and then we're going to select the collection right here, and we're going to select the men's collection. Click select, go to the second one, select collection, and then choose the women's collection. Perfect. So now we have set up those collections. So when people click on those, they will get to the men's watch collection or the women's watch collection. Perfect. So let's move on to the next step. So here we can have like a featured collection. So let's say we have another collection called new arrivals, which is like the new products that we have just got new in our store. So for this, we're also going to set up a new collection. So let's go back to our Shopify dashboard by just going to the other tab here and create a new collection again. I'm going to name this new arrivals. I'm going to skip the description, click on manual, and then I'm going to add an image again. Let's add this one right here. Then we go back to collections. And now we have another collection called new arrivals. So let's go back to our editor right here. And let's go to feature collection and select, first of all, let's give it a name. Let's say new arrivals. And select the collection called new arrivals. Select. Okay, so we have this set up, and as you see, you still don't see anything here, and the reason is because we haven't added any products yet. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our products to our store. So again, let's go back to our dashboard, and let's go to the left side, click on products, all products, and then we're going to go ahead and add a new product right here. So the first product that we're going to add is just like a watch for men. So let's say this is called the minimalist leather watch. Again, you want to put a description with like relevant keywords for this specific product so that when people type in or search for a watch on Google, you have a higher chance of actually being discovered for those keywords. So type in your description right here, and then I'm going to add a couple of images for this specific product. Let's take those right here. So I'm going to have like a black one and a blue one. Then you can define the price for your product. So let's say this one is $129.95. And here you have the compare price, which is the price that will be next to the actual price, and it will be crossed out, meaning that this product is on sale right now. So let's say this is down from $159.95. You don't have to put anything in here, but if you want to, you will see like this item is on sale. Here you can just type in the cost for you for this product. Not your customers are going to see this. So this is just for you that you see your profit margin right here. But again, you don't have to put something in here. Then if you have to charge tax, then you make sure you tick this one. For the SKUs, the stock keeping unit, that's just so you can keep track of your inventory, but it's not very important. So I'm just going to type in 1,000 right here. Then track quantity. If you want to track your quantity, make sure this is ticked. And you can say you have 100 units of these watches right now. And when somebody buys one, then this number will go down to 99. And when this number hits 0, then you will not be able to sell this item anymore. Like the buy button will become like a out of stock button. Unless you actually tick this option right here, which then your store will continue to sell even when the Shopify inventory says you're out of stock. So if you have this unticked, make sure you update your stock whenever you get new stock, so that you will be still able to sell items and not leave your customers wondering why this is out of stock. Okay, so obviously this is a physical product, so we'll leave this ticked. Then for the weight, you can type something in here. This can be useful if you charge shipping based on weight. So if you do that, then type in the weight of the product here. But I'm gonna charge free ship. I'm gonna have free shipping for this website, so I'm not gonna type in something here. Then also you can, if you ship internationally, you can say where this product is from right here. And then if you have variants, like for example, I have like a black one and a blue one right now. So I have a variant. I have two different colors. If you only have one product without any variants, don't worry about this next part that I'm going to show you. But for me, I'm just going to click on this product has multiple options. And I'm going to choose color right here because we have a black one and a blue one. I'm going to type in black right here, click enter, and then blue. So this way we have added those two variants and they came up on the bottom right here. So you can adjust the price as well. So let's say the black one is like $10 more. You can adjust it to $139.95. But for this store, those watches are the same price. So I'm just gonna adjust the quantity as well. We have 100 of each of them and the SKUs are automatically updated. Now for the search engine optimization setting right here on the bottom, this will just take whatever you type in the page, the product title and the description. And if you want to adjust that, you can. I really recommend that you use a description with a lot of relevant keywords specific to your product. That way you have a higher chance of getting organic traffic to your store and getting a sale without having to pay for paid advertising. You can also change the URL on the bottom here if you want to. All right, so let's go ahead and also let's scroll to the top again and assign that product to one of the collections that we have created before. So let's go to collections on the right, click there, and then that's obviously a men's watch. So let's go to, let's tick men's and also new arrivals. Okay, so now let's click save. And once it's saved, we have to do one more step because we have variants. So now it's saved, let's go scroll down again. And now we have to assign those variants to those pictures. So for the black one, I'm gonna click on the picture icon, choose the black watch. Blue one again, click on the picture icon and choose the blue watch. That way they are assigned correctly. Now I'm gonna click save. And that way we have set up our first product for our store. So let's go back to products. And here you have your first product. So I'm just gonna add a couple of more products so that we see how the store will look like eventually with a couple of products. So I'm going to fast forward this part because you now know how to add a new product, and then I'm going to move on once I have added all of those other products. All right, so now I have added 3 more products so that in total we have 4 different products all assigned to different collections. So let's go back to our editor right here. And we see it already changes. So now we have assigned a couple of watches to our new arrivals collection, and these are visible right here. And I think this looks pretty nice. So we're done with this section right here. So let's scroll down, and here we have like a featured product section. So you have the possibility to push like one product very heavily by just putting it on your homepage. So let's say this is your bestseller. It makes sense to actually put this on your homepage. So what we're going to do is assign that section to a product. So we're going to go to a feature product on the left side, select a product, and I'm going to go for that smartwatch that I've just added before, click select, and that way it will just end up on your store. And cool, so let's move on with the next part. So the next part actually is the footer. So this is the footer of every page that you have. Let's click on the footer right here. And you have the payment methods, so you can show them right here or not. I would usually recommend to show them because then customers see what they can use to check out with. And language selector, currency selector, you can just leave those on. And now to the footer menu. So you have the footer menu that is right here. And then you have the main menu that is on the top right here. So what I want to do with the footer menu is put all of our legal information. So I want to put terms of service, refund policy, shipping information, all that kind of stuff. You want to have that at the bottom of your page, especially when you want to do paid advertising. You really have to have those pages at the bottom of your pages because otherwise you won't be approved for running ads. So I'm going to show you how to put those links right here. So again, let's just quickly save that right now. And let's go back to the dashboard and let's click on settings on the bottom left right here. Then we're going to go to legal on the bottom right. And here's where we can set up all our policies, like our refund policy, private policy, and all of that stuff. And what's very cool with Shopify is that they already have templates for you that you can just generate by clicking a button. So if you click on create from template right here, it already fills out all the information for our store that pretty much fits to most of the stores nowadays. But make sure you just give it a quick read through to make sure everything fits for your specific business. It also already types in, it already replaces the information with your specific email, so that's great as well. And we're going to do the same thing for the private policy, just create from template, the terms of service, create from template, and the shipping policy we can create from template, but I'm going to type in something like processing takes 1 to 2 days, or business days, and shipping takes 2 to 3 business days. Make sure it's actually true for your specific store, and then we can click save. So make sure to give it a quick read through, especially like the terms of service and private policy stuff, so that you know what you're committing to by putting this stuff on your page. So now we're finished setting this legal stuff up. Now what we want to do is we want to go to online store and we want to go to navigation. And here we see our different menus. So we have our footer menu right here and our main menu. Again, the footer menu is this part right here and the main menu is this part on the top. So let's go ahead and adjust those. So footer menu, click on footer menu. Then I don't really want to have a search option here on the footer, so I'm just going to click delete right here, click remove, and I'm going to add a menu item. I'm going to click on the link box right here, scroll all the way down, and click on policies. And here we see all of those policies that we have just set up. So I'm just going to click on private policy, add, going to do the same thing again, scroll down, go to policies, refund policy, add, same thing again, shipping policy, and also the terms of service. So now we have all those links in our footer menu. Make sure you click save menu. And then we can go back right here, make sure you save it, and then you reload the page. And now when we scroll down, we see all of those important links at the bottom of your page. Cool. So let's again click on the footer right here, and what you can also do is put your social media links on the footer. So click on theme settings, and then you can like put your Facebook link right here, your Twitter, maybe also your Instagram, whatever social media channels you are active in. And just put them in here, and then they will appear at the bottom of your page right here, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Perfect. So now we have set up our sections for our homepage. Again, you can add more sections. We're just clicking add section. Maybe you want to have like I don't know, like a video right here. Then just add the video, and then just put a link right here, and people can see that video on your homepage. But I don't have a video, so I'm just gonna remove that right now. Cool. So next thing I want to quickly go through is the theme settings, which is next to the sections. We have already adjusted our typography, our font right now. So what you can also do is go to colors and then adjust all the colors for the buttons, for the text, pretty much everything right here. And you really want to have like a branded color scheme specifically for your brand, and you want to adjust those right here. But I like the way it looks right now, so I'm not going to change it here. Typography, we already changed the font. Then cart page, just going to leave it as it is. Social media, we already added a couple of links. And then the favicon is the thing that you see up top on the browser. So right now, the favicon of Shopify is this shopping bag right now. And for our page, we also want to have our logo on the top of the browser. And so let's quickly go back to this dashboard, and to see our page the way people see it when they visit our page, you can always go to online store and then click on the eye icon on the right side. That way it will open up a new tab with our store the way it currently looks like. So right now you see I only have this default icon on the top, and I want to change that to my logo. So I'm going to do that by going back to this editor right now, and then click on the favicon, and then I'm going to select on my logo, upload, and then I already have prepared something for this. It's just an M for Maddox watches, very simple. Click select, then click save. So let's go back to the website right here. Click reload. Okay, it's not okay. And now it is this small M logo right here. Cool, so let's move on. The checkout, you can also adjust that. The only thing I do here is I insert my logo so that my logo will be visible throughout the whole customer journey. So I'm gonna click select image, and I'm gonna choose the black logo right here. Select, and that's basically it. Also, you can change all the button colors right here. And that's it. So our homepage is pretty much done the way it looks right now. I'm pretty happy with that. What you can also do is just go through each of these pages. Let's say we want to go to the product page, see how that looks. Maybe you want to change something there. So here we have a product, this black and this blue watch. So we can change from black to blue. Personally, I think this looks pretty nice, and we don't need to change a lot right now. Also collection pages. That's the cool thing about Shopify, that the theme takes care of most of the design work. So make sure you go through each of these and make sure it looks great. One other thing I do want to change though is the main menu on the top right here. So I want to change this. So the way we do that is by going back to the dashboard, and then we go to navigation, and here, so online store navigation, and here we have the main menu. So what I want to do is I want to actually delete the home right now, and I want to add let's say the men's collection and the women's collection just on the home menu. So I'm going to add a new menu item, click link, go to collections, go to men's, add, and then the same thing again for women's right here. Okay, so I have catalog, men's, women's, and then I also want to have like a contact us page. So quickly I'm going to save that menu right here, and now I'm going to quickly create a contact us page and also put that in our menu items. So I'm going to go to pages on the left side here under online store. Then I'm going to click on add page. I'm going to call that contact us, and I'm going to type something like we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And now if you want to have this as a contact page, go to the left side, to the right side right here, and then choose page.contact. Then click save. And now we have created our contact page. We can go back to pages and make sure you actually tick this and then go to more actions and click on make selected pages visible. That way we can actually use that page. Okay, that should be visible right now. Let's go back to navigation. Go to main menu. Go to add menu item. Go to link. Go to pages. And then select contact us, which is the page that we have just created. So let's add this. Okay, now we can also change the way which one should come first. So let's say catalog, men's. Let's say men's, women, or let's say women's, ladies first, women's, men's, catalog, and contact us. Perfect. So let's save menu. Then we can go to the other tab again and save this first and then reload the page. And let's see if this changes right here. Cool. So now we have women's, men's, catalog, and contact us. And the same thing on the product pages. We have women's, men's, catalog, contact us. Okay, so now we have basically designed our online store, but there's a couple of more important things we actually need to do. So let's go back to the dashboard right here, and let's go to domains, because because when you actually go ahead and watch your store by clicking on this eye icon right here, you see that the URL of your store right now says, for me, it's medicswatches.shopify.com. And that's really not nice, and probably not a lot of people would want to buy from this URL. So what you want to do is you want to have your own branded URL. So for me, I would want to have medicswatches.com. And the way we do that is what I'm going to show you right now. So we're going to go to the dashboard, we're going to go to online store, then to domains, and you can either connect an existing domain. So if you already have a domain, you can just click on connect existing domain, then type it in here, and then Shopify will show you step by step how to transfer your domain to your Shopify store. But I usually just go to buy the domain in the Shopify, itself, because it's just so easy. So I'm just going to type in Medics Watches, and hopefully this would be available. Cool, looks like this domain is available. So all I would have to do now is click on buy, and then it would automatically assign that domain to my website right here. So it would say medicswatches.com. But as I'm not really building that watch store right now, I'm not going to buy this domain right now. But just do that for your own store. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is go to preferences on online store. And here's a couple of things we have to fill out as well. So this is the data that will be seen from a search engine. So when somebody looks for your store in Google, this is what will be shown. So the homepage title should be Medics Watches. And you also want to put a description, again, with a lot of relevant keywords for your store that you will get a lot of organic traffic. Then social sharing image. That's just kind of what will be shown if somebody shares your store on social media. Then it will say something like Medics Watches right here, and it will have the image that you can upload right here. So by default, it just shows my logo, which is fine for me. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Then Google Analytics, I would highly recommend you actually get a Google Analytics account for your store and put that code right here, so that Google Analytics is able to gather data from the customer behavior on your store. Especially if you do paid advertising, you want to optimize your store as much as possible, and you want to gather data from day one. So I'm going to leave like a link to a tutorial in the description how you can install Google Analytics and how you can assign that or connect that to your Shopify store. Then also Facebook Pixel. If you run Facebook ads, you absolutely have to assign your Facebook Pixel in your Shopify store. I'm also going to leave a tutorial in the description below how to do that. Customer privacy, you can read through that as well and tick this if this is relevant for you. Password protection. This is very important. You have to untick this one, otherwise people can't access your store or they can't buy something from it. So make sure you uncheck the enable password. And that's basically everything we're going to do here. So I'm going to click save. Perfect. Now, there's a couple of more technical setups that we have to do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on settings, and we're literally going to go through each of these menus right here and make sure everything looks fine, is set up correctly. Make sure you actually do that. I mean, the designing stuff is fun and all, but this is very important if you actually want to be able to sell something with your store. So first thing, general. Let's click on general, store name. This looks fine to me. This is your store contact email. When you actually assign a domain to your store, you can change that to your branded email. So it would say something like support@medicswatches.com. And make sure you actually check that email, because that will be the email that all the messages will go to when somebody types in something on our Contact Us page. Then store industry, you can choose something there. Legal name of business. This is what will be shown to people on their invoices. So make sure this is actually correct. So just type in something. Let's say my business would be called Medics Watches LLC, something like that. Make sure that's information is correct. Then you want to make sure you're in the right time zone. So let's say I want to sell in the United States in, let's say, Los Angeles. So I would choose Pacific time. Make sure your unit system is correct, and make sure your store currency is also correct. So if you sell in United States dollars, then choose that. Click Save. And then let's move on to the next one. Let's go to Payments. And that's also very important. You have to actually take a look at this and set this up correctly. So right now, our store by default offers payments through PayPal, Express Checkout, and Shopify Payments. So you have to actually set up Shopify Payments. Shopify Payments is cool. You can use that. So through Shopify Payments, people can pay with credit card, and PayPal, they can just use PayPal. So make sure you click Complete Account Setup, and then just type in your real information right here. Otherwise, you won't get paid. So your business information, your bank details, and all that kind of stuff. Then by default, Shopify offers checkout via PayPal. I know many people, or a lot of people, don't like PayPal for many different reasons. So if you don't want people to be able to check out with PayPal only with credit card, then you have to click Deactivate PayPal Express Checkout. Otherwise, they will be able to check out using PayPal. And once you get your first sale with PayPal, they will send you an email with the instructions of setting up a new PayPal account so that you can actually access the funds that you have generated through your store. But other than that, just set this up correctly to make sure you will actually get paid when somebody buys something. Okay, let's move on to the checkout right here. I pretty much leave everything the way it is right here. The only thing I like to change is I like to, for form options, I like to require first and last name. And then I'm going to click Save. And let's move on to the next one, which is shipping and delivery. Here's where I made a big mistake with my first store. I forgot to set this up, and I was saying I'm gonna give free shipping, but I actually forgot to set this up, and I was charging $70 for shipping, and I was wondering why I'm not getting any sales. So make sure to actually set this up correctly. So I'm gonna click on Manage Rates right here, and there's already kind of something set up by default, but what I'm gonna do is actually delete everything right here and set this up from scratch. Delete. And so I'm going to create a new shipping zone by clicking on Create Shipping Zone on the bottom right. So let's say I mainly sell in the United States. So I'm going to type in United States. Then I'm going to choose the United States, obviously. Click United States and done. And then I want to add a rate for my United States customers. So click Add Rate. And like I said, I'm going to use free shipping for this store right now. So I'm going to just name this free shipping. Let's say this is 5 to 7 business days shipping time. And I'm just going to leave this at 0, and then it automatically will be free shipping. Click Done. And then I'm going to add another rate. Let's say I have an express shipping provider where they can deliver it in, let's say, 1 to 3 days. So I'll add another rate. Let's say express shipping. Express shipping. Let's say 1 to 3 business days. And let's say this would cost let's say $12. Click Done. And now we have 2 different rates that people can choose from. Also, if you want to charge based on different carriers, you can choose this one, and then it will auto-generate from the carrier that you're using. Or you can also add conditions. So let's say I want to charge free. I want to give shipping for free in case the order price is more than $70. Then it will be free shipping. So you can set this all up here. You can also do it based on weight right here. But you get what I mean. Okay, so the same thing I'm going to also do with the other zone. So I'm going to create a new shipping zone for the other country. So I'm going to click on Rest of the World. I don't think I need to type in something here. Click Done. Rest of the World. Add rate. And let's say I only have free shipping for them. Let's say this is 5 to 12 business days. But it's free. Okay, done. Perfect. So now I have United States shipping with express and free, and then free shipping for the rest of the world. Click Save. And then let's move on. Back to settings. Okay, so we have set up shipping, and the next thing is taxes. You want to make sure you actually know what the tax laws are for where you are selling and who you are selling to. So make sure you find that out. I don't know what it is for your individual case, and then set up the taxes right here. I can't really tell you how to set it up right now because I don't know your specific tax laws in your country. But make sure you actually set this up. Then locations, you can change the location. Like, let's say you have multiple fulfillment centers, you can change this here. Then notifications. I don't really change anything here, but it is worth going into here and just check what it looks like when somebody like orders something from you. Then they will get a confirmation, and you can check how this looks like. So for example, order confirmation, you can go to preview. And this is basically the email that will automatically go out if somebody orders something from your store. So you can go through that. You can also change that stuff, but I usually just keep it as it is. It's pretty good. Gift cards, I'm not going to cover that. It's not that important. Then files, it's just what we have uploaded to create our store right here. Sales channels, that also depends on your marketing methods. Not going to cover that. Then plans and permissions. Here you can see what plan you're on right now, and you can also add staff accounts if you have multiple people that work on your store that like update inventory and stuff like that. And if your store doesn't work out for you, you can close your store here. You can also pause it for like 3 months for free, and afterwards you can use like the pause and build plan for $9 per month to keep building your store, but it won't be accessible to customers. Then store languages, you can add new languages to your store if you're selling a lot internationally. Then billing, you see your invoices from Shopify for all your like apps and stuff, and also the Shopify fee. And then legal, we already covered. Those are your refund policy stuff and all those policies. Okay, very nice. So this is pretty much it. Now we have set up our store, and it's pretty much ready to launch. So what I like to do is actually kind of go through my store as a customer to make sure I work out all the bugs and everything works perfectly. Because when I spend a lot of money on ads, I want to make sure that my store actually works properly. So let's go to our store right here by just clicking on the eye icon here. And let's scroll down. Let's maybe go to the men's collection. Let's say I want to buy this watch right here. Click on it. Let's say I want to get this blue one right here. Click add to cart. Okay, very nice. Everything looks good. Let's click checkout. Okay, so I also like to actually enter information and then continue to shipping to actually see every single step from somebody landing on my store to actually checking out. So to make sure that everything works correctly. Okay, so I've just typed in something here. We're going to click on continue to shipping. And now we see we have those different shipping methods. We have the free shipping and the express shipping because I've typed in a location in the United States. So let's say I'm going to go for free shipping right now. The price changes on the right side right here. Click continue to payment. And now we have the credit card, which is the Shopify payments, and the PayPal checkout option. Perfect. And looks like everything works fine right here. When we type in the information, we can just click pay now. And this way our store is ready to launch. All right, so congratulations on setting up your store with Shopify. If you actually found this video helpful, make sure to give me a thumbs up on this video, and also let me know in the comment section if you still have any questions, or you can also give me some feedback on this video. I constantly try to improve my videos so that I can make even better tutorials in the future, so I appreciate any feedback that you can give me. Also, if you want to see more videos from me, make sure to subscribe to the channel and also hit the little notification bell next to the subscribe button. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.